The B1 Butcher is an unknown serial killer in Namibia. The B1 Butcher murdered at least 5 women between 2005 and 2007, with all murders related to the National Road B1. In 2007, a German-born Namibian was accused of rape, arrested and later linked to these unsolved murders. However, he was after a long detention acquitted for lack of evidence. In 2008, a man who committed suicide was implicated as the series of murders ended in 2007, but the connection could not be conclusively proven. Named the B1 Butcher got its name from the Namibian media, because all of their murders' victims have been found in close proximity to the Namibia National Road B1, which crosses the country from north to south. The butcher part of the name stems from the professional way in which the bodies were dismembered. The B1 Butcher was also referred to as the Comus Ripper, due to the region where the remains of the victims were found. Murder's body parts were found in June and July 2007 in the Comus region along the B1 in the Greater Windhoek area between Rehoboth and Okahandja. These body parts were wrapped in garbage bags and belonged to 2 different women. As far back as 2005, 2 similar unexplained murders of women occurred. Those 2 murders have subsequently also been blamed on the B1 Butcher. The head and an arm of the so far last victim were found in August 2007, further north on the B1 between Windhoek, Okahandja. Further body parts of the same victim were discovered in September 2007 near Grootfontein in the Otjizinjupa region. This woman has never been identified. Police took this sequence of events as a clue that the murderer's center of life might have moved from Windhoek further northwards. In October 2007, investigations were helped by 3rd senior serial murder detectives from the Republic of South Africa. Still, the murder series was never solved, and it is believed that it might never be solved. Victims: all 5 of the B1 Butcher victims were young or middle-aged women. 2 of the 5 women killed, both found in 2007, could not be identified. The other 3 women are Juanita Mabula, 21 years, murdered in 2005, Melanie Jens, 22 years, 2005, and Santa Helena, Latin letter lateral click Rose, 36 years, 2007. All murdered women were colored Namibians. Each of the 3 identified victims was fluent in Afrikaans, Damara, or both. In addition, all victims' body parts showed signs of freezing or refrigeration, suggesting that they were in some sort of cold storage. The method of killing, however, was different. Jens was strangled. Mabula was hit on the head with a blunt object. At least 2 of the 3 identified victims clearly were prostitutes, working in Windhoek's downtown Auspenplatz area. 2 of the victims, Jens and, Latin letter lateral click Rose, apparently knew each other well. Suspects: in August 2007, the German citizen Heinz Nierim was arrested because he was suspected of having raped a 29-year-old Namibian near Windhoek the previous month. He was also said to have tried to subsequently strangle the woman. Nierim denied all allegations. In February 2010, he was acquitted for lack of evidence and released from custody. Nierim sued for damages against the Namibian government due to his ordeal of having been accused to be the B1 Butcher. In 2008, Hans Husselman from Rehoboth took his life after being implicated in the murders. He had served a life sentence for 2 murders before, and was only released in 2004. Although, Latin letter lateral click Garrow's DNA was found in Husselman's flat and Husselman's DNA was found on a letter to the police concerning the Mabula murder, evidence was inconclusive. At that time, suspicions arose that the B1 Butcher might not be one single person but rather one lead actor and several copycats. Aftermath and consequences: in July 2007, women from Windhoek, Rehoboth and Sumas Park published a joint open letter to the B1 Butcher to provide information on the still missing body parts for decent burial of the murder victims. He was also told to hand himself over to the police. In 2010, a human head and an arm were discovered on a farm in Rehoboth, raising fear that the butcher might be active again. A connection to the murders of the B1 butcher in this was, however, not considered likely because it did not show many of the previous similarities. The body parts were not found near a highway, and were burnt instead of frozen. The murder series caused considerable public criticism of the effectiveness and efficiency of the Namibian police, also in other violent crime cases like the murder of Magdalena Stoffels. See also List of fugitives from justice who disappeared. List of unsolved murders. References